Hey everybody, this is Stephanie Blake from World Bride Magazine, and I have a special treat for you guys today. We are constantly bringing you new news about wonderful brands, wonderful artists, and the products that they bring to us. And today we have Ksenia from Ukraine, by way of, actually Miami, by way of Ukraine. So Ksenia, can you tell us a little bit introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm very happy to meet you guys. And yeah, so I'm originally from Ukraine, but I was born in Ukraine. When in earlier teenage time, I moved to UK and I was studying there. Then, so my original degree is a fashion designer, and I've been working as a fashion designer since my early 20s. And but it was my hobby for all my life, and I've been interested in fashion since I was like 12 or 13 when we got like play with Barbies.
Wow.
So yeah, then I had a lot of travel around the world and been working with clients like Bulgari, Armani, Kenzo, Zara Home, and a couple magazines like Vogue and Bazaar. And so yeah, I lived in Finland, London, France, Canada. Then I stayed and lived for 7 years in Dubai, and now I am in US for like 4 years.
Nice. You've been trotting around the world.
Yeah, because I'm very patient about my career, and every new project and every new opportunities, they always bring me to a new country.
Your place. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, you can obviously work like remote, but a lot of big companies, they prefer bring you on the side.
Yeah.
And it's amazing when you can just, like take easy and just, okay, I'm ready. I'm moving to a new country.
Awesome. That's great. That brings me to my first question. You possess so many great talents and gifts and abilities. Like, which one is actually serving you right now? Is that fashion design and apparel development?
Yes, this is the main role which I'm like doing in my career and my life. But as a second part, I'm doing a fashion illustration. But to become a fashion designer, you have to be artist and creative designer. So it's together.
That's right.
And when you study in university, we study art and design as a separate. That's why when you're already about to degree from university, you can choose where you want to go as an illustrator because you have a big skills as an artist, or you go as a fashion designer. And I'm working as a fashion designer, but right now I see that we last century, like beginning of 18th century, 19th century, we had most of fashion illustrators drawing for fashion shows.
That's right.
Fashion changed and photographers took over of the industry because people always want something new. And right now I feel like for the last probably 5 years, it's just slowly starting coming back because people are again searching for something new, fresh breeze. And right now fashion illustrations coming back into the industry.
That is so exciting to hear. You've touched on a couple of points. One being going back to the history, it sounds like you've been exposed to a couple of different transitions or evolutions rather of the industry. We share a lot in common, not just, the love of creativity and beautiful things, but I read about how challenging it was to actually get into fashion and art. my father felt the same way as your dad did about thinking that the industry is not viable. Fashion and art is not a way to make money. And he swore up and down that I wouldn't, it wouldn't be lucrative. And I have to say, I am coming up on 30 years in the fashion industry. And so, we're from different worlds, but we share that same upbringing with our parents. And so tell us about what happened. How did you actually circumvent going the way that your family wanted you to go and into the area that you love right now, which is fashion and art today?
Well, yeah, you're right. When we are young, our parents, they think that they know better for your future, and they try to guide your life. Yeah, my dad wanted me to become like hospitality manager, because he felt like tourism industry developing very good between countries, and if I am between like hotel industry, it would be very like high demand profession.
Yeah.
And this is actually my first bachelor degree as a manager in hospitality industry. And when I from the university, I told him, okay, here we go, I have it, and if I ever need, I'll go back to the industry. I still have my dream and I'm not ready to give up. And only my mom believed in me. She always telling me, like, if you feel, just go for that.
Yeah.
And it was my biggest power that my mom believed in me, and I knew that like I couldn't clear see my future, but I knew that I want. And I went to study for fashion design, and yeah, it took me 6 years to graduate from university. And already being in university, I saw that there are a lot of potential, and
right.
The world has no limits, so the main thing, you have to be very, very like crazy about what you want to do. Yeah. And if you love what you do, you will be definitely successful.
I love that. You've given us some tips too for people who are actually looking into breaking into the industry, whether it's here in the US or abroad. Those who are struggling with listening to their parents. I mean, we should listen to our parents, right? There is that deep passion that they're looking out for. They're actually looking to see, are you really serious about this passion that you have? So I'm glad that you proved them, not wrong, because you can still use that bachelor's degree. Am I right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If I refresh all my skills, but I think from that degree, we study psychology a lot, and it helped me in the future in my current career, because it's we studied international relationship between different cultures.
Amazing.
So it helped me in some way, and I definitely not regret about that. But yeah,
they knew what they were talking about. That's good. And since you mentioned your mom a little bit, that we're in the month of March, and we're springing forth not only for the spring season that we're excited about coming up in the next, week and a half. The month of March is also the month that we honor women and women's history. So tell us a little bit about maybe your favorite person. It could either be anybody in the creative field or prior, with the hospitality background that you've had, or maybe it is your mom, but who is that woman that you want to highlight for the month of March?
Oh, definitely it's my mom, because she's been always next to me, and she always support me with everything, because like my mom, she is a teacher, like kids teacher, and my dad, he's engineer. He's like pretty tough, and a lot of times he told me, no, you're not gonna be good with that. He told me that I have to be more strategic and build everything. And my mom gave me so much like love and women-nice strength that you have to be like, you have to be a woman first of all. So you're like a flower. And she was telling me, I'm a little princess, and you have to be princess inside for yourself all your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely my mom, she is a biggest inspiration in my life.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Would you share with our readers where they can contact you? And have you dropped any recent product that we should know about or our readers should be excited about?
Yeah, well, right now I'm working with Paris Hilton. I'm a lead designer for her tracksuit collection. So
Ooh.
yeah, coming a lot of new designs and scenes coming into spring and autumn 2023, 2024. And definitely I'm developing, so I run my studio, my design studio, and I'm developing fashion illustrations as well.
Right.
So I will be happy to see your readers and your fans and in my Instagram page where they can find my website also, and I'll be happy to help if there are anybody who's searching inspiration in this fashion world, in this tough fashion world.
Yes.
So
they will need some support and some guidance. That's awesome. And you've given us that today. So we totally thank you. We appreciate what you do. And we are looking forward to hearing from you guys. You can find us at worldbridemagazine.com, on all social media platforms at World Bride Magazine. That's on Instagram, that's on YouTube, that's on Facebook, that's we're even on Pinterest. You can find us on Pinterest too. So thank you so much. And we thank you, our guest today, for joining us, and we'll see you guys on social media.